And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, in today's video we're going to be going over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. That of course includes a bit of transfer news as well for you, so quite a few bits and pieces to discuss. But of course, still, the 3rd of January, still at top of the league, ladies and gentlemen, still enjoying it. Never get bored of looking at that league table. However, for us now, the Premier League is parked just for a little while as we are involved in FA Cup action this weekend, of course going up against Arsenal in the 3rd round. It's going to be a real tough test. They're just on the back of 2 defeats. Then we're going to be starting or playing the first leg of the 2-legged game against Fulham in the EFL Cup semi-final, a chance to get to Wembley as well. So yeah, very important cup fixtures coming up. But yeah, it started this period now with no Wataru Endo and of course no Mo Salah, as they are going to represent their respective nations in their respective home tournaments. So yeah, going to be a big miss in general. We spoke about them recently as well. However, as I said, I hope we have enough to compete on all fronts at this moment in time with regards to our current playing squad. And as I said, I've not lost any hope just yet that we could sign some players this January transfer window. Now, David Ornstein, of course, as we stated before, has came out and spoke vocally or publicly about Liverpool's intent in this January transfer market once again. And this is what he had to say with regards to it. Liverpool are always attentive in the market, and we shouldn't be surprised by a surprise anymore, but it's likely they've done most of their business in the summer. Its opportunities arise, maybe, but Liverpool aren't dead set on bringing anyone in. So no one in the pipeline just now, unfortunately. However, as I say in every single video that I currently do at this moment in time, Liverpool need to sign players. They need to not fall asleep at the wheel. It's a very good opportunity for us to go win this league title. I really stand by that point, and I'm sticking by that point, that Liverpool do need to make a dent of some sort in this transfer market and bring in a player or two. Whilst David Ornstein is a very reliable source, a very reliable journalist, I am not giving up hope that we are going to sign a player this January transfer window. I think we need to. I think it would be suicide not to, just considering where we are at this moment in time in the league, and I don't think we can be that arrogant to think that we've got enough to win the title and compete on both fronts, domestically and in Europe, following going into the second part of the season. However, despite us not really having any forward play or incoming players linked just yet, there is a lot of talk with regards to players that could be going out of the door. Now, the first one, this is not the main subject of today's video, we'll discuss that in a minute, but the first one has emerged last night, was stating that Arsenal are very interested in Curtis Jones as a long-term option for their midfield. Again, I don't think this really come from that reliable sources, but there's other YouTube channels that have kind of spoke about it. There's been a lot of Arsenal pages talking about it as well, stating that it could have been a realistic opportunity or a realistic prospect, but I'm here straight away to say this is absolute horse crap, and that is never ever going to happen. Whilst Mikel Arteta could fancy having him in his midfield for the long-term future, I'd never ever see that one happening. He's a very important player to our current playing squad. He has a bright future here, and of course he's a Liverpool fan. He's a Scouser as well. He's not going to be going down to Arsenal, and of course he wants to win trophies. He has a great opportunity to win more trophies this year, and yeah, he would never ever go to Arsenal. I'm just rubbishing that straight off the mark, just looking at the sources that have been speaking about it. But yeah, potential summer transfer target apparently for Arsenal, but I can't see that ever happening in the near future at all. I really don't see that ever happening. Curtis Jones going to Arsenal. So yeah, complete rubbish on that one, my opinion. But I've seen crazy things happen, but no, nothing will be happening with Curtis Jones in my personal opinion. Now, with regards to the actual title today, guys, the actual main subject of today's video, of course, Fabio Carvalho's situation has been well documented. Of course, didn't really work out at RB Leipzig, did get recalled recently, or like last week, and the plan for him going forward this season is to send him out on another half a season long loan, and then of course he'll be a part of the plans in the Liverpool squad going forward into next season. Now the situation is that there are a fair few Premier League clubs that are interested in landing the player permanently. However, Liverpool have stressed that he is a part of the long-term future and he's a part of the plans going forward. He's a part of Jurgen Klopp's plans going forward, but just not this season. The main thing for him now is to go get game time, so Liverpool do want to sanction a loan deal for the player. However, having said this, there has been a shock sort of development with regards to it, and Everton have emerged as one of several English clubs to have made official inquiries about a loan deal for Fabio Carvalho, according to multiple sources. So yeah, I mean, as I stated, this is a very weird one. As I said, Leicester, Southampton, Fulham have all been previously suggested as suitors. However, more sensationally, Everton have been named as one of the clubs who have asked for info about the Portuguese under-21s international. As I stated, you don't really see this one. It would be a very temporary one to Everton, but I do still think with the rivalry in place, it would be a remarkable turn of events if this ever happened, because this doesn't really happen in the modern times with regards to going to Liverpool and going to Everton, and especially loaning a player out. The last player to move from the Reds to Everton was defender Gary Alblet way back in January 1992, with Peter Beardsley taken the same career path the summer before. Two players have switched between clubs since then, but both moved in the other direction from Goodison Park to Anfield. Those, of course, being Nick Bramby, crossed the divide in July 2000 and played a key role in the Reds' treble-winning season in 2000-2001. Meanwhile, Abel Xavier was the last player to transfer directly between the clubs when he left Everton for Liverpool in January of 2002. Defender Conor Cody has also played for both rivals since, but signed for Everton in 2022, almost 10 years on from his sole Premier League outing for Liverpool. Now, whilst this, as I stated, I do find fairly unlikely, but it's interesting to see Everton wanting a player like Fabio Carvalho, and actually, the rivalry aside, would probably be a good move for him going to Everton. I could see him getting a lot of game time down there and playing for them, but I just don't know, it just seems as though it wouldn't happen. But it is official, guys, there is actual concrete talks that Everton have inquired over his services. But I'll put that one over to you. What do you guys think with regards to that? Would you be open to letting Fabio Carvalho go to Everton? A rival? Yes? No? My personal opinion, I don't know. Everton's a rival, but I don't really see them that much, maybe because I'm not living in the city as such. I'm not from the city and I don't claim to be, but you know, I kind of look at other teams as more rivals these days. Everton, obviously, I like the Merseyside derby and stuff like that, but you know, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I think there's other options there that Fabio could go and play for, but it's all about his game time and his development, and as I stated, yeah, Everton are a club that have inquired officially for the availability of Fabio Carvalho on a half-season loan. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.